I'm back with my fully completed 1-month habit tracker. Last month, I did a habit tracker. I made it in my brand new planner where I tracked 5 habits. So I'm gonna let you know how it went, and I will let you know if I recommend tracking these specific things or not. Let me jump right in. So the first one was 12 hours a day of no social media. So if I woke up at 7 and I checked it real quick, maybe from 8 to 8, I would have no social media. So on this one, you'll see right here, there's a little line right there. I was doing pretty good. And at the line, I changed the goal ever so slightly. So the goal changed to just 30 minutes of social media a day, which is a completely different habit to track. Now, the reason why I did that is because look how good I was doing. I made it all the way through with just 2 days that I didn't follow through with that. But the problem is, let's say I wasn't on social media from 7 to 7 or 8 to 8, then at 7 or 8, I would get on social media for like 3 hours. I know it's terrible for you. I know that there's nothing wrong with scrolling, but at the same time, I don't need to be seeing things for 3 hours. I mean, I think it's great to go and entertain yourself, get some news, do whatever it is that you do on social media. At least that's good. But after, 15 minutes, what more do I possibly need to see? It just turns into this thing where I'm like, I don't need to see this anymore. I also find, and I would love to hear in the comments below if you experience this too, the more I'm on social media, the worse my anxiety is. I don't know why. Maybe it's just like how my For You page is designed. I worked in social media for just like a hot second in my career. And the joke we always made was like the algorithm, because like nobody like really knows exactly what that is. And truth be told, I don't exactly know how it works either, but you're just like, how are these videos getting to me, right? Like we all have this concept that certain things that we like or click or watch will lead us to more content like that. But I can't tell you the amount of things that are so upsetting to me that I see on social media every day. I'm not talking about news. I'm not talking about things that you see other people doing that maybe you feel jealous of. I'm talking about like accidents and death. Like the craziest things are popping up. And the longer you're on social media, just the more of everything you're seeing. Plus you see like your friend's really cute baby. And then you see someone who is like, this was the last time that I ever, had my life like this before this terrible accident. And then someone's like, oh, here's like a little chipmunk eating a snack. And you're just like, oh my gosh. So I would say that is the reason why I changed. You can, like I said, you can see that line here. And I changed it and I was doing a little bit better, right? Just like 30 minutes a day. And then I like completely fell off. So I will say that this was probably my least successful one. I have my notes written over here, 61%. I had success 19 out of 31 days. So it is over half, which is good, but this is not one where I'm like, the month ended. I feel great. I have made some progress. I just kind of feel like about the whole thing. So I would love to know, like I said, please leave me a comment below if you have some rule or system or anything in place where you're like, I have got my scrolling and my social media use under control. I would love to hear from you. I am not saying I wouldn't want to track this. I'm just saying that I didn't do a good job with it. So it's worth tracking. I don't think I was particularly successful. So looking forward to seeing advice from all of you. Hopefully someone has some tidbit that is helpful. My next one is my favorite one, definitely the most successful one, 29 out of 31 days. So 94% success rate, woohoo, 7,000 steps a day. So I think I said in my last video that the 10,000 steps a day is myth. Like you don't have to get this. I mean, really, you don't have to get any certain number of steps, but I have definitely changed my habits over the last few years, not in the best way, certainly when it comes to movement, and I'd like to be moving more. So I thought 7,000 was a really good goal for me because you know what it is? It's that I have to pay attention to it. If I don't pay attention, I'll walk like 2,000 or 3,000 steps a day. If I do pay attention, I will go on a 5-minute walk there, a 10-minute walk there. I'll do a 30-minute walk after dinner. I'll have to go back and look, but I know that my overall total was probably closer for the month, the average, to maybe like 8,000 or 9,000 steps a day. But this one was my favorite because it just encouraged me to keep moving. So this is one that even though I'm not making a tracker for this month coming up, I'm really excited to just keep walking my 7,000 steps a day. I was gonna check to see right now. Okay, so it's 8:30 p.m. when I'm making this and I'm at to 6,300 steps. I just like that because it feels attainable and I notice that I'm feeling better just getting these little micro walks in during the day. The next habit that I tracked is 10 minutes a day of exercise. I was like, let me see if every single day for 31 days, I can just do 10 minutes of exercise. I did not enjoy this at all. So looking at my notes, 68%, 21 out of 31 days. So the reason why I didn't like this is not because I didn't enjoy exercising, but I think that it actually did the opposite of motivating me in a way, because it was like, all right, well, we have to do this for 31 days, just get your 10 minutes in. But if I were just gonna exercise like 3 days a week, it would be like, no, like put some effort in and like do a good workout, and you're gonna feel really good afterwards and really energized. And even just like a 25-minute workout, you know, here and there, 3 days a week is gonna be more minutes worked out than if you do 10 minutes a day. So as you can see here, I did like 15 minutes a few times, a 20, there's a 30, and it was fine overall, but I don't think that I would do this again, and I wouldn't recommend it. I'm not saying that I was working out in ways where it was like 31 days and you're not giving your body a rest. Like I'm doing bar workouts and stretching, maybe some very light jogging and a little bit of Pilates. Like I'm not hurting myself, light strength training as well, but nothing where I'm like, I really need a day off. But I just don't recommend trying to do anything 31 days where it almost makes you feel like you're not going to put in as much effort than if you just did it a few times a week and you could put in more effort. So that was one that was, I don't know, sort of ish. It was okay, but I wouldn't track that again. Email unsubscribe. Okay, I had to get my notes out for this one because this one turned into a project. So I would say what's fascinating about this is if you look at the habit tracker here, this was my most unsuccessful one. I only unsubscribed 10 out of 31 days this month, which is a total of 32%. So not very much. However, this sparked such a wave of like rethinking what I'm subscribed to, what my phone looks like, apps that I have, that it was worth it. So in my original video, I had said that in the month of February, I unsubscribed from 52 email lists. This month I did 32, right? So there's 32 over here. So I am up to what, 84 emails. But then I started going through my text messages, and I don't know when this happened. Maybe you all have experienced this as well, but we're on not just the email list now, it's like the text message thing. You go to buy something and they're like, if you give us your phone number, we'll give you 10% off. And I don't know about you, but I want 10% off. So I am on all of these lists for places I don't even shop, like, you know, like a nail polish company, a jewelry company. I've ordered nothing from either of those places. JCPenney, I haven't lived near JCPenney in years at this point. I'm just on all of these things. So then I was like, how do I unsubscribe? Because it's not an email, it's a text message. And I'm thinking like, there's no button. So I was like, let me just type unsubscribe. Every single one that I typed unsubscribe and texted was like, okay, you're taken off the list. Now, what's tricky about unsubscribing in general is that over the course of the month, I'm like unsubscribing from a bunch, but you find yourself resubscribing here and there for a coupon code. So I think it's just about being mindful. The other thing that came out of this, I'm looking at my notes, is I was like, what is all of this digital clutter? I also deleted 19 apps off my phone. And I wish I had written down what they were, because I can't even tell you right now. What jumps into my head, like what I specifically remember, is Domino's Pizza. Like I could just call them. And you know, there's other people in my immediate family who have the app, so like they can order the pizza and I can Venmo them. And also if I want to keep the app, do I need Domino's and Papa John's? Like how many apps for different pizza do I need on my phone? And the other thing too is you could find that as you clean up your phone, as you get rid of text lists and email lists, that you're like, no, I actually do miss getting emails from this company. Like I like their deals. I am, you know, a supporter of their company. I like buying things from them. There are a lot of companies that I did stay on their email list just because I do like receiving the updates and the deals. But this was such a good eye-opening moment of just like how much we receive every day. Now, one benefit of this is that when I would get up in the morning, instead of 200 emails, I mean, maybe I had 70 or 80. So it just gave me time back in my day because I wasn't just sifting through emails. And the other thing is emails just come in all day. I know it's a bad habit to check your email all day, but it just felt like I felt lighter without all of these emails coming in. Now, I don't recommend tracking this as a daily thing, and here's why. You get to a point where you're like, day one, 21 emails, but then you kind of like, I don't know, you kind of like, how much more can you unsubscribe from, right? Like check your spam, check your junk folders. That will also show you some areas where you can delete so your inbox doesn't overflow and get too full and then you stop receiving your email, right? Have we all been in this Gmail boat before maybe? But what I recommend instead of doing a 30-day habit tracker is setting up a reminder once a month to just be like, let me go through and let me see if I can unsubscribe from 5 things, from 10 things. Or as they're coming in, just unsubscribe from them as you're like, I don't really need that anymore. So this was one that was really good. I don't know that it needs to be something that is tracked every single day, but a monthly reminder I think I'm gonna do because it's really beneficial. And the last one, days singing. So some goals in life are good for you physically, some career-wise, some mentally, and sometimes you're like, I just have something that I wanna do for fun. I'm not gonna try to make it a career or monetize it, or I'm just gonna do it because it makes me happy. So this was good because singing counts as singing one song. So looking at my notes, 20 out of 31 days. I'm really proud of myself. 65% of the month, I sang one song. And it was just fun. Like, it was fun, it was enjoyable. And so I'm not tracking anymore, but I'm still like, oh, like the happiness that that brought me, I can't check a box anymore, but I still want to sing. So that was one that is just for fun. And it also showed me that there is this thing in my life that I love doing, and it's just a hobby for me, but like maybe I just take voice lessons for fun, or maybe I like go sing in a choir or do something else that's enjoyable, not because it's something that is a checklist, a goal, a New Year's resolution, none of that, just because it makes me happy. So maybe that's something that you want to track too, if not singing, something else, just a fun hobby. How many days can you paint? How many days can you take a hike? How many days can you play the piano for 10 minutes? Just, I don't know, I'm making stuff up, but little things that you know aren't really going to materialize into anything enormous. And I don't know, you just do it because it makes you happy. And then if you're realizing how enjoyable it is to you, incorporate it into your daily routine. That's what I'm doing. Now, the last thing on my planner here, this is just a little note outside of the habit tracker. I put my Amazon purchase tally because another thing that's not necessarily a goal per se is just being more aware of consumption. I buy a lot of stuff I need, right? Like sometimes for Amazon, I buy vitamins, you know, I need vitamins. My child needs vitamins. So it's not necessarily about not getting anything, but are there places where I could buy things that makes more sense? Maybe it's a different price that is better, but also just being mindful, right? This year, I looked at last year's Amazon purchases and I did a 2024, year in review, and I broke it down by like gifts and like holiday versus birthday. Was it for me? Was it a need or a want? Who was this for? Was it a health item, like, I don't know, medicine that I needed, and just broke it down into the categories, and it was astounding. Most of it really was attributed to the holidays, but still just so much stuff. And I don't know, it just was something that I couldn't believe. So it's something I'm trying to be more mindful with. So I have to go do my monthly tally. I haven't done it yet, but in case you're wondering what that is, I added it to the habit tracker because it is something that I am trying to keep an eye on. Anyway, there you have it. I want to be totally, completely honest with you. If I were not making this YouTube video, I would have given up right around here, maybe like day 5 or day 6. And I'll tell you why. It's because I like for things to be nice and neat. And look, this is like a little bit ugly. It's a little bit ugly, right? You can see here, this is my light highlighter and it just died. I was just like trying my best, so I had to get a different highlighter, and so this one's darker. There's lots of days where I didn't keep I didn't keep a 31-day streak with any of these. And so for me, in the past, I would have just given up, whereas I knew I was gonna make this follow-up video, and so I had a little bit of accountability there, which helped. I'm really glad that I did it, but I just don't think that this is something that I would do every month. Maybe every few months, just in case there's something that I wanna track that I think might make my life healthier or better or happier. But anyway, it was still fun to do. But full disclosure, I don't think that this is something that is easy to maintain for everyone. And I can't imagine doing one of these, like a 365-day, the full year, you track something every day. So those are just my thoughts. You'll have to let me know in the comments below if you are a habit tracker person or you're like, it's too much for me. And if so, what habits you're tracking. And again, one more reminder, leave me a comment if you have any good social media advice, because I still need to figure that out. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.